Okay, hi everyone. I'm going to do a slightly different video today about things that haven't gone well on eBay in the past week or so. First of all, I'm just going to address the weird screen. I want to show this neutral feedback that we got, but if I have the full screen, it shows the buyer's ID. So I'm going to get rid of this bit on the right in a second after I've spoken about it. Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to work it out. Also, I have recorded this once before and I was getting like a weird tinny effect sound back. I don't know if that's going to happen this time or not, but sorry if the audio sounds a bit strange. I've tried turning it down a bit. I don't know why it's done it. We'll see. So yeah, I thought I would do a video of not so much like a behind the scenes. I suppose it is really, because I think in YouTube it's very easy for it to be out there when all you do is you see people picking stuff up and you see people selling it in the sales videos, and it doesn't always come across on YouTube the effort that I suppose the majority of people realize go into it. The effort, listing it, but also when there are returns and issues with customers and things like that. So I thought I would just do a little video this week, sorry, that's my dog scratching if you can hear that, of things that have not been so smooth sailing, shall we say. So first one was we got a neutral feedback on this Playmobil camper van, just saying that the packaging was disgraceful, it was not secure. The buyer never got in touch, he never said that there was an issue, he just went straight to the feedback. And I haven't tried to get this removed by eBay. When I first started reselling, this would have really upset me. This would have really annoyed me. But it's coming up to about doing this for about 2 years now. So I've just sort of got used to it. This frustrates me a little bit, but not too much, and not as much as it would have done, to be honest, in the past perhaps. So like I say, I haven't tried to get this removed by eBay just because I don't think that they will remove it. I can't think of a good enough reason to give them to remove it, and I don't want to waste an hour of my time calling them, explaining everything, and probably end up arguing with them about why they should remove it and them telling me why they won't. I'm just sort of going to get on with that. So I'm going to close this now and hopefully the screen will go back to normal. Let's see. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. So, everything here has pretty much happened within the past 7 days or so. I don't want this video to put anyone off reselling, and it's just this is sort of part and parcel really that happens with eBay reselling. So please don't think that all of this sort of type of thing is going to happen all the time. It doesn't, to be honest. And the more you sell, the more encounters, issues you're likely to have. So this vintage Sony Walkman, Jamie tested this and sent this out. A customer bought it and she got in touch saying that when it arrived it didn't work. And her husband, I believe she bought it for, had I can't remember what I think she may have said Parkinson's or something like that, and that he had to use a particular one that he was used to. So we are business sellers, so unfortunately when someone opens up a case we just have to accept it, and we paid the return label. We just issued it for her through the eBay system because it was a item not as described. We got it back and the customer was correct. Whether it got damaged in transit or perhaps maybe not been tested long enough, I'm not sure, but yeah, the customer's right, it came back and it wasn't working. So we had to take the hit on that one, and that has now just gone listed back on eBay, spares and repairs. Maybe someone can fix it, we'll see. I was really happy when this sold because I've had this for quite a while. I picked this up when I originally first got into selling clothing, and it's a small size and my keywords aren't particularly great here. I think I could be doing better on my keywords, and I was excited when this sold because the day that it sold I was just about to go into it and change the keywords, and yeah, it happened to sell. But the customer, for whatever reason, she just didn't like it, whether it didn't fit her properly or just didn't look right on her. She opened up a this was a very simple case. She just wanted to return it. And because it's a buyer's remorse, she pays the postage back. I still legally have to refund her the initial postage that she paid, but she pays the postage to get it back to me. And I haven't relisted it yet, but I will change the keywords and sell it on again. So not much I can do about that. I do lose out on that £3, frustrating, but part and parcel. This one here is my own camera. I'm selling this one because I want to get a smaller one, and then I'll put the proceeds of this towards the new camera that I want to get. I had this listed for about 2 weeks. And I had about 23 watches on it, and someone went ahead and bought it. I was excited because now I can, put this money towards the new one. And then about an hour later, they messaged asking to cancel it because apparently their old one had just started working again. Yeah, unfortunately I lost all of them 23 watches, then had to go and refund them again, the £250, and then relist it. So I did relist it, and it has sold again. It sold yesterday and it went out this morning. I'm a little bit what's the right word to use? I'm not sure. It's gone to a buyer with 0 feedback, which logically shouldn't really put me on edge, because it could just be someone on a guest checkout, but because it's my own personal item and I want it to go towards something that I really want, and it's a 0 feedback buyer, it's just I'm just hoping that they'll leave good feedback and I'll just know that they're happy with it and that it's all gone through fine and whatnot. So we shall see on that one. But yeah, the main thing I wanted to talk about with that was the fact that the buyer had bought it and then just cancelled straight away pretty much, and lost me the listing with all the views and all the watches. And then this one here is a little bit more of a tricky issue that we had. The customer got in touch. This actually went out with Hermes. I undercharged on postage here. It should have really been about £3.20, but I for some reason charged £1.49. So it went out with Hermes. The customer got in touch, and it was quite an abrupt message late on a Saturday night, saying that the item hadn't been received, but that it said that it had been put through their letterbox. Now, as soon as the customer messaged me, I automatically believed her. I thought there's no reason not to believe her, other than that the tracking said it delivers. Sometimes, you think it's someone's trying to pull a fast one, but on this one here, I just, for whatever reason, I just believed her. So that was on a Saturday night. I said I'll get in touch with Hermes and I'll be back in touch to see if we can get in contact with the driver. I double checked her address, just standard procedure to make sure that everything had run the way it was supposed to. So got in touch with Hermes on the Monday, and they just reiterated really what was on the on their website, that just said it had been left in the letterbox. And I asked if they could get in touch with the driver. You never really know who you're speaking to on these live chats and whether they are going to go the extra mile and get in touch. So they told me that they would be back in touch on 48 hours later. And then they just sent out a standard email. Again, it just seemed to me at that time to be reiterating what was on the tracking rather than looking into it a little bit more. So I got in touch with the customer once I got that email, which was on the Wednesday, and I said, I'm not having much luck with Hermes at the moment. However, if you can just go ahead and just open up a case on eBay. And so she replied saying that she would go ahead and open up a case. However, she never actually did. And then the very next morning, she said that it had arrived. So I don't know here whether it did just arrive on that day, the day after I asked her to open up a case. I don't know if that is what actually happened, or I don't know if me asking her to go the official route of opening a case up on eBay and her having only 6 feedbacks, whether if she's done it before saying that it's not been received in hope of getting a full refund and keeping the item, I don't know. There's no way for me to tell, but I did look at her feedback left for others, and she had very small feedback, and there was at least 2 of them that had said item not arrived. So I don't know. I can't tell, but luckily it all got resolved in the end. I think perhaps asking her to open up the case officially through eBay, maybe that helped. I don't know, but I think it's worth pointing out here that it is worth asking them to do it officially rather than just refunding through PayPal. Who knows? Anyway, so I don't know if this video is interesting to anyone. I don't know if it helps anyone. But if you did enjoy it, just let me know down in the comments. Perhaps I'll do it maybe a couple of times, maybe a month or so, just to show the sort of the other side of reselling, really. Yeah, so just let me know. Thank you for watching, and speak to you again soon.